What is up, guys? Welcome back to the Lumsden Motorsports Garage. I'm Wade Lumsden, and today we are still working on the IMCA Modified body. So let's get to work. All right, so here we are. I think I've decided I am going to curl the front part of this hood down. I'm going to be using these nifty little guys here. They work pretty good. You just go along and crimp and crimp and crimp, and then it'll slowly start to put a curve into it. I got these at I think I got these at Home Depot, so don't need a crazy fancy shrinking tool or anything like that. This does the job. Check it out. Puts a nice little curve in. Doesn't get extremely aggressive with the curve, but just a nice gradual one. So if you want to get way more aggressive, then you do need one of them super fancy smanchy shrinkers, or you need to get a way more aggressive crimper than what I got. But I think that's gonna do for what we want for now. Next little piece we got to do is the sides. That's what's gonna give this thing some support. It's still kind of bowy in the center, right? So we got to make our sides out of black. This is the old one, all beat to poo. You can see that the old hood had a little bit more curve to it, which is all right. So I'm gonna make me a couple of these, basically straight pieces. Rules say 6-inch maximum width from end to end. So just like that, a couple straight pieces with some little hems on them. Get those made, and then we'll get it set up here and contoured to the hood. When I go to put the hood together, right now it's kind of sitting twisted. You can kind of see it. And then if I lift up in the center, it drops down where it's kind of squarish. So I know when I put this thing together, I'm gonna end up putting just that little bit of bow that's in the hood right there. I'll end up putting that in it. Rock on. I don't think you guys need to see me making those straight pieces. So I'm gonna go ahead and go do that. Got the side panels made here for my hood. You can tell they're just big long rectangles right now. This part's kind of tough. Got to mark this out here and cut it out. A little tough to do by yourself, especially with all the bends and the weird places. This side is probably going to be my easiest side, but I'm just setting it up as flush as I can, and gonna mark it and then cut it. The other side though, since I have that little whoop-de-whoop in it, might be a little bit harder because I'm gonna have to get it there and sucked over and shoved over here and mark it. It's gonna be a little bit tougher to do by myself. I'm not quite sure how I'm gonna do that yet, but gonna mark and cut and get ready to attach the sides. For better or worse, it's on. Got her on there for now. Probably gonna come back and trim this right there. Same thing on this side. Probably got to do a little bit of trim right there up in the front, but there you have it. Doesn't look amazing when the plastic's all still on it and ruffled up, but we're getting there. So quick update where we're at. It's 1 o'clock in the morning. I'm gonna wrap up my evening real quick here, but got a rough estimation of a rough guesstimation of kind of where this nose is going to go. As you can see, I did make it much bigger on the sides. We've got I extended it mostly up top. I dropped it down 1 inch in the back. The front point is still its normal front point. This point was still where it started, but up here I raised it up like 2.25 inches up at the very top, and this is in line with where this is going to end up having to be chopped, because there's a rule that the peak of this cannot be higher than the hood. So I just wanted to, you know, get that set up there. But if you look at it from the inside, I can still have all of the rest of what's in there under there as those side fins. So before my hood was a little off, or rather my nose was just a little bit off. You can kind of see on the old one where I was marking the 2.25 inches here to try to keep that fin up, and then by the time we got up to the very top, I actually ended up being a little shorter. Getting to come back and do it again, use that thing as a rough guesstimation. That's actually off the left side. The right side one was way shorter because I was trying to avoid, you know, the tire and stuff. Doing it this way with the hood this way, so far I've been able to make this piece a whole lot longer, and I'm kind of excited for it. I have not trimmed out the cutout for the wheel, but it'll probably be somewhere in this ballpark, hopefully. For now, I'm gonna stop there. Being 1 o'clock in the morning, I'm probably gonna make lots of mistakes if I don't stop. So we'll come back at you later today, I guess. Yeah, so my sides are on, kind of. Really, they're just kind of sitting in place there. I still got to come back and trim them out once everything is sitting pretty, because like the hood isn't dropped down yet because it's just sitting on the top of the hood pins, but that'll drop this down probably 3/8 of an inch or something. So I'm not gonna trim to fit perfect until I get the hood set in place as well. Next little piece here, I guess I got to get my supports made and start finishing up this nose. So we still have the rocker panel stuff to do all the way around. Still got to mount doors up and stuff, but the hard part of the nose is finished. Just that whole trying to get everything held and stuff put in place and doing it by yourself makes it tough. So we'll keep moving forward. This is kind of a fun part. We are going to locate the hood pins. Mine are the Weir's standoff style that are clamped to the cage, but all I do is I get the hood setting in place. I hold it in place, and then I take my nice rubber mallet, boom, it puts a nice little dimple right where the hood pin's at. Feel around a little bit, show you up close and personal that you can see the little dimple that showed up. So now I can just go back and drill those spots. I'm gonna mark the other two, and in the end I kind of do the same thing for the air cleaner, but I'll show you that when I get there. And there you have it. Fits like a glove. Of course, that is not its you know, final state, but we got stuff lined up, and now the hood is sitting down in place where it's going to sit, which is important for when we are finishing up our alignment on our front nose here, because there's, you know, those rules that we have to follow. So that'll help with that. Moving on. Starting to get this thing mounted up. Shove some of the front nose valance in there. And this is all still illegal. I'm allowed, you know, I don't think I mentioned this when I talked about my rocker panels, but I'm allowed a maximum of 4 inches of rocker panel showing. So probably go over that when I mount rocker panels on the door. But on the back side there, that is 3.5 inches of rocker panel or nose valance. And we're just starting to try to plug and play here, try and keep everything as square as we can. Really, I got to get the front portion and stuff square with itself so that I can measure and start making the filler panel stuff up here in the front. And then of course the long-awaited stuff that we talked about as far as what we're going to do to support the nose so it doesn't crush in on itself like it's been doing a zillion times over and over and over. So that's where I'm at now. Gonna keep going. So as far as I've gotten for now, I'm gonna be calling it a night here, but still gotta add a little bend to make it to where another piece can slide underneath it, nice and easy. But for now, that's what we got. This piece has a bend in it, right? So that it fits in there nice. Still have to trim out the sides. I decided for expediency, instead of making little L brackets out of sheet metal, I would just go get some aluminum, use some aluminum to do it. Nothing wrong with that, just a little pricier. But you know, I'm just trying to get stuff done. And then I reused an old body panel. Actually, this is an old top deck panel to make my under channel piece here. That should be nice and solid. I still have some type of support to make up on the top. Again, trim it out, but you know, we're coming along. Hood pins are through the hood. You know, there's not a whole lot left as far as making all of the panels. There's still the rear filler panel that goes back there, the vertical panel, and then of course all of my roof cap stuff, and yeah, A-pillars. I think that's about it as far as making this thing, though. I messed up, which really hurts my feelers, because I had a perfect piece of aluminum out here that was supposed to be able to make that piece and the piece that goes above it, and I messed up. I messed up because I cut it the right size as far as vertical goes, but I was off by an inch for the width. I don't know where my brain was, but yeah, that did not work out for me. It is currently 1 o'clock in the morning. I am going to call it an evening, and I think how far we are along right now, man, we should either be done or really close to being done with this body tomorrow. So thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Any questions, comments, concerns, down below. Lumsden Motorsports Facebook page, check that out, and reach out to me for t-shirts. If you'd like one, that's the best way to do it. My brother's not here, so until next time, keep the dirty side down, and we'll see you next time.